Be part of the conversation, have a bit of fun, grab a coffee or a tea, take some notes, and get ready to start your day, folks. Quick few housekeeping rules, though. No spamming, no advertising or self-promotion in the chat. That's not on. Be kind and respectful to everyone when participating. And most of all, have a good time. Real estate investing can be your biggest asset. It also can be your most expensive asset when it comes to getting it right or getting it wrong, folks. It can be time-consuming, stressful, and that's why here at Positive, we have what's called a 6-star team, a full-service team that provides integrated wealth and property investing solutions and services simply designed to help you progress towards your goal of passive income through your property portfolio, folks. Make sure you check out our other podcasts on the Positive Mentor Network. Not only is there Wealth Coffee Chats, there's the Urban Property Investor. Drops every Wednesday with straight talking investing strategies and lessons with Sam Saggers. Property Investor Tales. This is where our clients, you guys, share real life stories from property investing, hosted by some of our advisors and strategists. And that's done every fortnight, dropping every Monday. Wealth, Wine and Wisdom, folks, that debriefs the week that was in the world of finance and property, hosted by yours truly, Jason Witten and Andy Fenton on Fridays. Welcome to another Wealth Coffee Chats. Marvellous Monday. Hope you're well, folks, wherever you are. If you think it's Get Rich Quick, you're in the wrong place. This is the wrong podcast. This is the wrong live for you. Welcome to another Wealth Coffee Chat. Hope you're all awesome and well. Hey, good morning, folks. Good to see a few of you on already. Let me know in the chat, was the audio coming through on that? I couldn't see. Now, I was playing a new intro video, just wondering if that worked out. But anyway, there you go. The joys of technical improvements and live streaming. Hey, good morning, Alex. Good to see you there. Good to see a few of the early birds up and at it, all the way from Cairns. It's a bit wet and miserable here in the GC. Alex, how you doing up in the far north? Anyway, I hope you're good, mate, wherever you are. I hope you had a good weekend, folks. Great to see you here. Welcome to Wealth Coffee Chats for a marvellous Monday, 22nd of April. Today I thought I might talk about a few things. The idea of the psychology of property investing is an interesting one. Property investing really, at the end of the day, is not a complicated idea. Not a complicated idea at all, folks. You buy something that you like, which is good quality. I don't like the idea of buying cheap rubbish. Anyway, you buy something, a good quality property that you can afford, that, you know, covers its cost or is not too negative cash flow, and then you keep it. You hold on to the damn thing, and over a 10, 15-year period, your wealth grows, and mostly the market does the work for you. You don't have to do too much. Now, I like the idea of that. Property investing is a simple concept, folks. However, a lot of people get their mindset in the wrong place because they listen to information from the wrong sources, really, at the end of the day. Wrong's not the right word. Let's say this. Sources that aren't going to support them in the future vision they have for themselves. There you go. Anyway, that's what we're going to talk about today. The idea of understanding the difference between forever and for now when it comes to property investing. So welcome along. Good to see you. Great to have you on this morning. Alex is up there in Cairns, a bit overcast, he said. Luke, looking good down in Geelong. Maybe we need to go down to Geelong. Hey, that's a bit of a change of pace, isn't it? The good old southern states having better weather than the northern states. But anyway, sometimes it happens. But there you go. Let's do the quick intros, warm-ups. Anyway, while we're getting things going, Jason Witten's my name. If you didn't already know, most of you do, though. And if you're new, fantastic. Welcome along. Great to have you here. You might be one of our new clients, our coaching and mentoring clients in our property investment program. You might have found us from one of our Facebook groups, but however you're here, welcome. Fantastic to have you along. and great to have you hanging out with us this morning. We do have a few regulars like Jeff. Good morning, Jeff. Like Luke, like Alex, like a few, but great to have you here. Anyway, let's talk about this. Let's talk about that. Chris, all the way from Kalgoorlie. Brother, good to see you on the coffee out in Calgs. That's the way to roll. Now, let's talk about this. Get involved in the chat with me this morning if you're up for it. I want to talk about the concept of for now and forever. But before I do that, I'm just going to take us through a little article that's just came out this morning, which is interesting. The idea that housing affordability, the worst in 20 years, according to the ANZ, right? Now, this is pretty interesting. Check this out, right? Check out this. Crazy. Now, the average portion of income. Now, Melbourne and Sydney, overshadow the rest of the country when it comes to these types of statistics. But, it makes for good newspaper articles anyway. But, have a look at this. The average portion of income needed to service a new mortgage. Folks, this is crazy things. Now, this is, again, what I want to talk about today. 48%. Folks, 50%. Crying out loud. 50% of borrowers' mortgage here. In that, what they're doing is the median or average price. I think it's the median price compared to the median income. They're doing this sort of thing. Now, 50%, that's a lot of dough, folks. That's a lot of money being spent on your home. What's that going to do? Tell me in the chat, folks. What do you think that's going to do for owner-occupiers buying out there in the market? I can tell you the answer. It's slowing them down, that's for sure. It was 34% a decade ago, right? Average decade ago. But check out this, though. I went and sort of had a little search. Housing stress, 30% of income. So, sometimes this data, I think, might be a little bit inaccurate, folks. But anyway, 2020, earlier when we had low interest rates, lowest interest rates ever in history, housing affordability was pretty sweet back then when you were paying 2% for your mortgage. Now you're paying 7% or whatever. And exactly, Chris, gives them less money to cover their cost of living. And I can tell you right now that there's going to be more renters for longer in this marketplace. Listening to me, there's going to be more renters in the Australian marketplace than ever before, right? So we're going to talk about this for now and forever type of thing. Okay, this is what we got to understand as property investors. You need to understand this, right? So 40 to 50% of an average Aussie's mortgage. It takes 10 years to save for a deposit. Well, that's complete rubbish. That 10 years bullshit. There's a million ways to skin the cat. If you're sitting here on the live this morning and go, I'm never going to get there, stop listening to these idiots at the bank who tell you have to save a 20% deposit. What complete rubbish. Anyway, there you go. The average tenant's going to have to allocate 32%. Now, listen, folks, this is after-tax income. After tax. Now, do the math. Do the math, right? This is what, if you make 100 grand and you have 50% of it go towards your mortgage, right? Mortgage, right? But do you really make 100K? Folks, tell me in the chat, what do you really make? Do you really make 100K? No, you don't. You actually make 75K because 25K goes to the government. So they're doing it on the average pre-tax 50%, not the after-tax. So this could be closer to 70% or 65%. It's ludicrous. Ludicrous. Anyway, I better get on with my chat this morning because I'll never bloody get there if I don't. I'll get a little bit sidetracked and we'll never get the point out. But anyway, so have a look at that, right? So conditions are worsened, overseas migration. It's not a bad little article.
Sydney remains the toughest. You know, look at this. The income needed to service a new loan from an average has ballooned to 74%. Now, 74%, again, if I did that $100,000, it's not really, that's 100%. That's 100% of somebody's damn income. Now, you know, the house price is 1.4 million, you know, would have to earn 280. Now, this is pretty crazy, right? So you go, oh, so if you're sitting at home and the point of this is, there's some interesting numbers there, right? Interesting numbers. Now, get involved in the chat with me right now and we'll talk about this. Now, you read an article like that, you know, from a reputable source like the Financial Review, then you think, oh, shit, I'm never going to get into property. I'll never afford something, right? And the psychology becomes, you know, limiting. So let's talk about this today. Let's talk about things that are in the world of understanding real estate investing, what things are forever and what things are for now. All right. So let me chuck it out there. Interest rates being high. Let's just use that one as the conversation, folks. Is interest rates being high going to be a forever thing? In relative terms, by the way, or for now? Put it in the chat. What do you reckon? Is it forever? The interest rate's going to be, you know, up high, 6-7%, or is it going to be for now? Will it always stay there, or will it be different? Chuck it in the chat for me. Yeah, for now. Exactly, Gary. So it's for now. So interest rates are for now. Now, you know, I don't think we're going to have as larger change in interest rates for a long time, if ever, right? I don't think we're going to go from 2% to 7% or 7% back to 2% ever again. But it's for now, folks. This is a now thing, all right? So you and me as property investors, and we'll get onto this. The now things, these are opportunities. These are things, whatever. So tell me, by and large, property prices going up, okay? The property prices going up. Construction prices have gone up. Rents have gone up. Tell me, are they a for now thing or a forever thing? And I'm talking about if something goes up, will it come down at the same amount or significantly more? Okay, so if the interest rates go up, you know, do they stay up there and never come back down? Well, the answer is no. Okay, history shows that they go up and down over time. But let's talk about rents, like by and large. Let's talk about capital growth. Let's talk about construction prices or costs. You know, they've all gone up pretty significantly. Are they going to come back down? They went up 30%. Interest rates went up 30%. Interest rates will come down 30%. Property prices gone up 30%. Are they going to come? No, that's called inflation. Exactly, Luke. Right? Okay, so prices. That's forever. Folks, like you can't lament. You know, oh, I'll wait till they go down. Absolutely. Like that is not going to happen. You've got to understand prices, rents. I tell you what, I'm not putting my bloody rents down. I can tell you right now, I have not heard of any property investor who's being, you know, jammed by interest rates right now and costs and government charges and fees are going to put their rents down. Rents are up forever. They're up forever. Okay. Prices up forever. Construction, the cost of construction, you know, the cost of construction, folks, that is up forever. Okay, it's up forever. What else is for now? What else is for now, right? In the world of investing, right? Okay, supply. Now, when I say forever, I'd probably put supply kind of a bit closer forever right now myself. But, you know, supply is low right now, but it's for now, okay? I think, well, I'm hoping the country gets its shit together, the proverbial shit together. Maybe wishful thinking, but I think that's going to be a 5 to 10 year journey to get supply anywhere near where we need it, okay? Population increase, is that going to happen forever? Well, it's a standard immigration policy, but that's probably for now. Population for now, right? Inflation being really high, like inflation being out of control, that's a now. 6-7% inflation. That was a now thing. Now, inflation comes down maybe, to 3 or 4% or whatever it is. Maybe we'll have a new. Gary, property prices do go into a cycle. They do. They totally do, Gary. 100% they do. But never in history has property prices gone up 30% and retracted 30% and stayed there. Okay. And if you have a look, it depends on, the best statistical commentator in Australia, Andrew Wilson. So go look at his data. The rest of them have weird data. But the largest decrease in the average median house price in Australia was in when they changed the borrowing rules and laws, the APRA thing in 2017-18, and that was 6% retraction across the general market. But right now we're up 35-40% since that point in time. So yeah, those cycles happen, but Gary, they don't come down. Like a share price or a company price or a value on a stock market. A company can lose value and it can stay down, can go to zero. Where by and large residential real estate in Australia has that longer term. Now listen, forever is a long word, right? If the world implodes, if the world implodes and something happens and we have a world war, all of this is all hot air and sunshine. It's all bullshit, right? But here's what I'm telling you. For the moment, this is the reality of facts where we're at, right? That this stuff is forever. Prices, rents, cost of construction, that's forever, folks. So forget that stuff. If you're hanging out over here going, oh, I'll wait till prices come down. I'll wait till rents come down. Oh, my cost of construction. Yeah, I'm not gonna build a property because I'm worried about builders going broke. Builders going broke. That's a now. That's a now problem. Now, here's the drill. Here's what I want to change gears this morning for everyone, right? This stuff over here, by and large, is there anything you can do about it? No, there's nothing you can do about it. It's not in your control. So you understand it, but it is not something that dictates what you are doing. It's not, you don't act when things are now in the forever camp. Like prices have gone up. Oh, I should have bought one 3 years ago because they were 600. Well, jump in your damn time machine and head back there. Other than that, let it go, mate. Get over it. Move on. Now the price is 800. Do you know what? And in another 5 or 8 or 10 years' time, you'll go back and go, oh, I should have bought one when it was 800. Now it's 1.5. Anyway, anyone like my little voices there? Anyway, listen. This is the psychology of where we're at, right? If you're going to listen to the media who doesn't give a shit about your future, if you're going to listen to people who are broke give you advice about fear and ignorance, then that's what's going to happen. You're not going to make decisions, and you make decisions based on the wrong things. You do. You make a decision not to do anything because you think this is going to change or something magical will happen. But over here, here's the drill. What's this called, folks? What are these things called? Understanding these things, right? The for now things. What's it called? This is called an opportunity. This is an opportunity for you to understand and do something about these things. These are opportunities when interest rates come down. Supply is going to be really low for a long time. Population is absolutely booming. The next 3 to 5 years, these things, the people living in fear about builders going broke right now, those who understand, my team, smart investors, know that that's bullshit. It's done. It's done and dusted. It's over. It's over. But what happens is the general public, the fear-based investor, and I call them good time Charlies anyway, because they're not really investors. They're gamblers. They're punters, because they don't take the time to understand the facts and get some support from people who know what they're doing. Anyway, a bit ranty this morning. This is an opportunity, folks. This is where we are right now. There are things that are only for now that are not going to be forever, right? And what can we do about them? How can we take advantage of that as an investor? That's the point, right? That's the point. That's the whole point why you're here, why I'm here. We are investors. We believe that some or most of our wealth is going to be parked and created by property, residential property in the future. That's our gig, right? There you go. Anyway, hopefully that makes sense, folks. That's it. Wealth Coffee Chat done and dusted for today. If you want to join me again tomorrow, let's do that. Around about 8:10. We do it each day. And we'll have another yarn. As always, if you want to, leave some comments in the chat. If there's something you want me to talk about, pontificate, opinionate, share my understanding of, then leave that in the chat for me. That'd be awesome. I always read the comments afterwards, and we can have a conversation around that over a cup of coffee. Anyway, folks, that's it from me. Great to have you here. Thanks for joining. And you guys take care. Bye for now.
Another episode of Wealth Coffee Chat, folks. Make sure you like, subscribe, and turn on your notifications so you never miss a thing when we go live. Improve your portfolio and investing game, folks, with Wealth Coffee Chats live every morning at 8:10 each weekday. Make sure you join us. Previous episodes are also available wherever you get your podcasts, folks, as well as our other podcasts from the 6 Star team here at positivementor.com.au.